Hey, yo, do you like being controlled? Because I sure don't. I don't think anybody does, especially teenagers who still live under their parents' roof. But parents do have to make rules, and that's what this week's episode is all about here on X Teens Chat.
Yes, in today's episode, My House, My Rules, we spoke about how much control should a parent have over their teenage kids. So we've invited a parent coach, Sam, and a teenager, John, to be part of this show.
And during the conversation, John had a very profound answer to a very interesting question that Kanish asked.
So I asked John, what would you do if your parents say no to the things that you want to do? Let's take a look at what John has to say. As a teenager, right, you want to watch shows, you want to watch that Game of Thrones, you want to watch that really there's a lot of teenagers talk to me about shows like that, and I wonder, like, how do you even watch this kind of show? You shouldn't, right? And then what if you're the kind of teenager where, okay, number one, you shouldn't watch that, but you want to watch, and then your parents are like, no, don't watch, and then you feel a sense of control. Like, I want to watch, but you don't let me. I want to play this game, but you don't let me. Why is my parents blocking my Netflix? Why is there like a parental consent or control? How would you feel as a teenager having this kind of parent?
Wow, definitely a lot of conflict in terms of argument, for sure.
But in this case, John, as a teenager, you are wrong, you know.
Yeah. I
Right?
mean,
But you will still feel angry.
but the thing is, when
conflicted.
you're like, but the thing is, like, if it's in that situation, right, you definitely will have like a lot of emotion involved, and like you would think that no, like why do I have to listen to you? That kind of thought. So I can only think that whatever I think, if I have that kind of parent, like I would think that I'm right in every sense in what I want to do lah. If your parents, or rather if my mom was like that, I would just be a very self-trusting person lah. Like I wouldn't think that like what you say is relevant for me lah. Cause cause I already know that you're such a controlling person. I would tend to rebel to find that space where I can be away from you and just be my own person, yeah. I think it would just like I would rebel a lot lah. Yeah. And I think that would be the same for other teenagers also. I don't think any other teenagers would be the type person that would be like, okay, if my mom says so, yeah, sure.
So both ways the teenager wins, because if the parents try to put a limitation, you rebel. If the parents don't put any limitation, you also win.
Yeah, I would think that I'm in the winning.
Okay.
I'm on the winning side lah, because I want to be my own person. So I'm gonna rebel whenever I want to, that kind of thing. But it's quite tough to answer that lah, especially since my mom is not that kind of person. So I don't really know how to how I don't know what experience I would actually have from it lah. But generally speaking, I think that's the most likely case that will happen lah. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
And any thoughts from Sam, like from a parental point of view? How do you deal with this kind of brat? This kind of
He's not lah. He's a good boy lah, though. I think, right, like understanding of child development. I mean, into teenagehood is really important lah. I don't think that being angry is wrong, to be honest. I mean, really, like, because in your own brain, in your own mind, in your own understanding, in your own reasoning and everything, what you can understand is that I should be able to, but why am I not allowed to, right? And so I think it's not I think lah. For me, it's not wrong to be angry. It's never wrong to have feelings. It's never wrong to, but what you do with it, that one is something else lah. right? If then you just want to punish your parents for it, and then I mean you go down the route of like I want to get back at you and stuff like that, then of course that one is not right lah. But having said that, also like it's in that moment it's very hard to undo things that probably the parent also has set the way as such, like since young, and never made that ease into like giving more autonomy to the child, and then building more trust. Because at the end of the day, right, I honestly can tell you, it's right, Kanesh, what you said just now, it's like it's either I get to watch or I find another way to watch it anyways, right? Cause so then you when your child messes up, right, I guess the bottom line is this, that when your child messes up, I think you have to build your relationship to the point that your child knows that he can still come back to you. I think that's very important. So for me it's not so much about the thing itself, but I mean, like we've all been there. I also know you say no, it becomes even more of a forbidden fruit sometimes. Then it becomes placed on a pedestal. Then now it's like, wow, I'm lagi interested in it because you said no. And what's the big deal in it? It must be even better than I thought it was, And so, yeah. And so I guess for me, it's just comes back to relationship lah. Very hard to give you like a one-off answer in this lah. But it comes back to the relationship and the parent needing to build this relationship to the point of trust that if the child messes up, accidentally clicks something he shouldn't, even to the point of getting somebody else, like someone pregnant or whatever, it crosses whatever boundaries, crosses whatever line lah. The child still knows that the safest place to come back is home. That's how I want to parent lah.
After this conversation, I finally learned what is in a teenager's mind if they felt that they are being controlled by their parents. If you want to watch the full episode, you can click on the link in the description below.
And that's right, make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe, and follow all of our socials for more awesome content. So until next time, see you on Excen's Chat.